The Crunch are back in action on this Wednesday night in Belleville for their first visit to CAA Arena here in Belleville, Ontario. It's the fourth matchup of the season series between the Crunch and the Senators. Crunch are also on the fourth game of their five-game road trip so far. 2-1 start to this road trip for the Crunch. Syracuse coming in off of a 4-0 shutout loss to the Providence Bruins the other night in Providence. Looking to bounce back here on this Wednesday night in Belleville against the Senators.
For us, our challenge is to put that identity on the ice every day. We're not perfect, but when we do it, we're a tough team to play against. And I think people can tell that we're playing with an identity or not. And it's playing fast, it's playing the right way, it's having a heavy stick. And I think overall we've been doing a good job. But we, especially on the road, especially against them tonight, it's going to be a challenge. Hopefully we bounce back from that game in Providence.
There's been a handful of roster moves for the Crunch over the last couple of days. Defenseman Jan Ruda getting the call up to Tampa Bay. Cameron Gauntz being issued a 2-game suspension. He'll be out tonight and Friday for the Crunch as they take on the Rochester Americans on Friday night. But the Crunch also adding forward Yone Tabela, who was reassigned from the Orlando Solar Bears up to the Crunch. He will be back in the Crunch lineup for the first time since very early in the season. Hopes to make an impact here tonight against Belleville.
It's pretty nice spot to play in that line with those guys. Those guys are obviously, they have played in these leagues in a long time, and so I'm really happy to play with them, and I just try to bring my A game today and help the team to win.
So tonight it's the Crunch and the Belleville Senators for the fourth time this season. The Crunch have won each of the first three. All three of those games were at the War Memorial Arena in Syracuse. Over the first two seasons of the Belleville Senators organization, last year and this year, the Crunch hold a 9-0-1-1 record against Belleville, although two of their losses, the only two losses, both in past regulation and overtime and in a shootout, came here in this building a year ago. You can follow along on the action here tonight. New broadcast location for tonight, though, take note, it's on K-Rock and on AHL TV. Countdown to Crunch Time gets underway, presented by Supercuts at 6:45. The puck drop is at 7 as the Crunch and the Belleville Senators square off for the fourth time this year.